All right, folks, I've got a 2003 Chevy Duramax, and I'm going to show you something here. My old fuse box, I was having all kinds of problems starting. Well, then I went in and look at this. This fuse broke trying to pull it out, and then see all the corrosion in here. So I called my junkyard up here in Hibbing, Olson's, and they didn't have the right one, but I got it shipped to me out of Brainerd. Hopefully this solves the problem, because I haven't been able to get this thing started. But when you're removing this, I'm going to show you some things. When you're removing a fuse box on this Duramax, this right here, your little frame support, or your body support here in this thing is just 4 bolts to remove. Those are 13mm bolts. So you pull those, move that to the side. This box, just so you see, is just held in with, if you can look right here, these 2 tabs. And they're just on there. All you gotta do is pull that forward. Now mine was really tight because the brake lines had been replaced, and that was pushed right up against, if you see where my finger is. So I just kind of had to push that brake line back a little. I just needed literally like an 1/8 of an inch or something. So that's, I just pushed that out of the way. Then these holes here, there's just tabs. You just pull this out. See, it's flexible. You pull that out, and the tabs are only like yay deep, and then that'll just pull up for you. And then you just wiggle, and this box comes up. There's 2 tabs, actually. There's this tab here, and there's this tab here. And you pop these 2 tabs, which are just mounted here, if you can see, okay? Just pull that tab and then pop this out, and that'll come right out for you. And then you have to get these bolts off. Now, what were the sizes on these, Sarah? My daughter's helping me. Well, we used a 9/32 for this one. I don't know why they didn't make them all the same size. It's retarded. Okay, I'll just say that. This one was 9/32. I think it's really 7mm, but that happens to be in my wife's vehicle right now, the 7mm. Okay, these ones again up here were 13mm. This is a 13mm here. Okay, that one. And this one over here is a 13mm, because I got to pull these off, okay, to bring this whole thing in. Okay, and then this here was a little 9/16 we used, and this was a 10mm. So once I remove those, sorry, it stopped there for a second. So I've got a 10mm, 7 and 2 13s. I'm gonna pull those, and then I've got the new fuse box, and I'll show you. I'm gonna go through the fuse box, because they're not gonna be the same. When you get a fuse box from a junkyard, you're gonna have to make sure. The other thing I noticed already on that fuse box and this one, they were just sticking in whatever fuses they had. So I found a 10 amp circuit with a 25 amp fuse. You know, here I've got a 20 amp and a 15 and so on. So you can't do that, because it's designed to protect the circuit. So if you put a 25 amp in the 15 amp, that's fine if you need to get down the road and that's all you got. But then stop at the next gas station, get the right fuse and stick it in there, because you're gonna fry stuff out otherwise, okay? So I'll show you that next step in part 2 as we assemble and reinstall and reinstall. So anyways, all right, peace out. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Where's the stop button? There it is.